can't stop. I got motion. I'm moving. I'm going. Can't lose focus. I got motion. I'm moving. I'm going.
Red Corner Boxing. We're in the game.
Yes, guys. Good evening and welcome to Red Corner Boxing. You are with Jam and Mr. Neutral as always, and we are here for our regular weekend preview. How are you tonight, Mr. Neutral? How's things going, brother?
Things are going well, Jams. Looking forward to an action-packed weekend of boxing.
Yes, mate. We've got 3 cards that we're going to be covering. We're going to be going from Texas, San Antonio in the United States. We're going to be going to Australia, and then we're going to be heading to Monte Carlo for the Monaco card.
Monte Carlo.
Can't go wrong, mate. A good card as well. Shabaz Masoud headlining. We'll get into that in a moment. But just before we do, we're proudly sponsored by EasyStories.com, your place to go for all your storage needs across the United Kingdom. Check them out. They handle your goods with care. And, of course, our official apparel supplier, the Boxing Fight Zone. You can find them at boxingfightzone.com. And there is some deals to be had if you just mention Red Corner Boxing. Right, Mr. Neutral, let's start tonight, brother, with the main event from San Antonio, Texas. We've got Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach. This is a WBC interim super lightweight championship. It's a good fight. The card's been hindered a lot, though, brother, hasn't it? We've had 2 failed ped tests. We've lost Yanni Bet. We've lost the other lad. And now we've had Fulton failing the weight. We'll get into that very soon. But this first fight, what's your thoughts, mate?
Well, yeah, apart from all that calamity with failed weights and peds and all the rest of it, I'm just wondering if the whole card is a stinker just to back up those, those negativities that we've had so far. I hope not. The matchups should suggest that we're going to get an absolute barnstormers. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if there's stoppages, on all of these cards, and there could be plenty of them as well. Cruz Roach, no different. Cruz is quite a powerful lad when he gets his windmills going because he's head down and, that Cruz style. The Mexicans love him for it. And, he's an exciting fighter to watch. He's been the distance for Tank, and he's a bona fide contender. Lamont Roach at 135 pounds. We saw him, but he was a 130-pound champion. The minute he steps into the ring, he's lost his belt. Jazza Dickens will become the new WBA super featherweight champion as the interim already. So congratulations to him the minute this fight happens. But look, I'm not expecting Roach to do what he did against Tank and make it look slick because, Tank fights differently from Pitbull Cruz. And Roach will be under pressure for a lot of the fight. So, and I don't think Roach is no Shakur Stevenson, rather much than the Zepeda, style Jams. So I'm expecting a Cruz to do the business here. Though, having said that, I was the one that picked Roach by UD in the prediction league. So I'm actually, not happy about that now. That I was too quick to declare Roach the winner here without thinking about it too properly. Yeah, so I think Cruz is gonna nick this maybe by a short UD or a majority decision.
Fair enough, mate. Yeah, I'm going Pitbull Cruz as well, as I did in the prediction league. I've gone for a UD. I like what Lamont Roach has done since he's lost to Jamel Herring back at 130. He's come out strong. He got that draw with Tank Davies, which he should have won. We all know that. It was never grease in the eye. He got put down and he looked to quit, and the ref should have either stopped it or counted it as a knockdown, which therefore Lamont Roach would have won. But that's old news. We all know about that. Isaac Cruz, he's just non-stop, all-out action. I think he'll be a lot more focused than Tank Davies was. I think he's going to be coming to win. And I'm picking the Mexican to get the upset here, because it is an upset. Roach is actually quite the hot favourite, apparently, with most. Maybe Mexicans only, but we'll see about that on the day. But yeah, San Antonio, Texas, PBC card, live on Prime. I am picking Isaac Pitbull Cruz to take the victory. So shall we move on to the co-main event, Mr. Neutral? Nice and quick as we fly through this weekend preview. We've got Stephen Fulton Jr. against O'Shaquie Foster. We already know now
Well,
that Stephen Fulton has failed to make the weight. He missed out by 2 pounds. So if he wins this title now, it becomes vacant. He cannot win it. O'Shaquie Foster, of course, can keep his WBC title, his super feather title, but he cannot give it to Fulton, basically. What's your thoughts on this? And has Fulton been unprofessional and took this fight too lightly?
it's done Ryan Garcia, isn't he? He's coming overweight on purpose. You know, if he could, I just don't understand it, James. I just don't. You know, you're a week away and you're on target, and then you lose weight in fight week.
2 years ago, he was getting knocked out by Inoue at 122, but now he can't make 130.
Something doesn't
Smells a
make
bit funny
sense
to me.
I think the words have been in the years about a possible future matchup here with PBC. So this is the sort of thing, and I'm not going to start here accusing people of doing that, but it falls into a certain narrative, you know, this kind of move. So I understand it. I don't appreciate it, but I understand it. And it indicates that he's moving up to lightweight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say the same. Yeah, definitely. But then why did he take this fight? And why did he just go in against the likes of Shakur
Money.
or anyone else in that division when he had the chance? 'Cause he was offered some chances, I assume. You know, he's a good fighter. He's only lost to the best in Inoue, the guy
Yeah,
who
but think
stopped
about
him.
it, James. Think about it. If he comes in heavy at this one, he's virtually a lightweight now, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you got O'Shaquie Foster, you know, he's had to boil down to 140 pounds. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia all over again. So
Yeah.
you're gonna assume you got to assume that Fulton's gonna win this. You know, with power. Of Foster's, you know, although he's the champion, I didn't fancy him to win this anyway, even if
No, I
Fulton
didn't
come in
in the end.
underweight. So I think this is all a ruse to check his weight to lightweight and pick up some money at the same time and collect a big name. He doesn't care about the title, because if he cared about the title, he would have made weight and he would have defended the title should he win it. He's got no intention of staying at 130 pounds.
Yeah, completely agree, mate. Completely agree. And also, I agree with your prediction. I've got Stephen Fulton Jr. winning this. I think I took him UD. I love Shock as well. I just want to give a shout out to O'Shaquie Foster. I really like the way he fights. He's a tough guy. He's come through a lot. Want to see him do well in the game. You know, he's had his defeats and that. He's lost to Robson Conceição. He's lost to Shinea and Taylor. But he's a good fighter and he's got the heart of a lion, you know. He could upset the apple cart here and he could do Stephen Fulton. If he does, it serves Stephen Fulton Jr. right for taking it too lightly.
Yeah.
So you never know, but I'm still going to go with my original prediction of Stephen Fulton Jr. by unanimous decision. Right then, let's move on to the next controversial fight of this evening in San Antonio, Texas. It's
Good
Erislandy
evening,
Lara, who
Hawkman.
was
Sorry, mate. Just
Oh
saying
yeah,
good
Hawkan's
evening.
in the house. Big up Hawkan. Yeah, we've got Erislandy Lara, who was meant to be fighting the 160-pound champion Yanni Bakalim Kanuli. He's now fighting Johan Gonzalez. It's not quite the same level of fight, bro, is it?
No, absolutely not. It's an absolute disgrace that Yannick has tested positive for melindrome, or whatever it's called. And
Melandronome, or whatever it's called, melandronome,
yeah,
like
something like that. It's a terrible pain, whichever way you look at it. And for him to get bust like this, it's just, especially by VADA, you have to pay for that shit and you have to register. So he's wasted his own money, you know, and it's not cheap by any standard. So
November the 12th it was, he gave the test.
It's usually standard 3 weeks before. You know, I've had a test 3 weeks before. About for him to pop, it's just ruined the card because many people were associating Yannick with that card, and they want to see Yannick come back because you know he's a bogeyman, and I put him as a bogeyman on X. It's one of my top 5. And it's made me, you know, I feel stupid now putting his name in. So yeah,
but we're not to know, bro. You can't blame yourself. We're not to know what they're doing behind the scenes. You know, we've seen him.
I know that. It's just
disappointing.
It's just disappointing that another high-profile boxer like Yannick world champion is using that kind of shit. It beggars belief. It really does. And on top of Matthias and all the other drug busts that have been happening, I think what we're seeing now, the more tests are being done, we're seeing more and more positive tests, because this is how rife drug cheating in boxing is. When you've got 3 state commissions in America, NYSEC, New York, you've got California State Athletic Commission, and you've got the Nevada State Athletic Commission, that all have a 0.1 nanogram tolerance level for ostarine.
That's ridiculous.
That's
why Sabril Matias has been cleared, isn't it?
Well, correct me wrong, Matias killed a guy in the ring. Was he on ostarine then? Was he on worse then? I would suggest yes, because wherever he has fought, there's been an ostarine exemption, the threshold. So, until the state commissions can clean up their act and get rid of these tolerance levels, then they've got no right rendering judgments on drug cheats. They're allowing it.
Yeah, I completely agree, mate.
They are complicit in drug cheating. These three state commissions, complicit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why people are dying in the ring jams.
Yeah, it's no way to handle the business, is there? It's no way to handle the business. I've just got to say though, for Sabril Matias, apparently, and this is only allegedly, apparently, he has proven that his supplements were tainted.
There's no such thing as proving your supplements. Did some guy come along and say, I've tainted that supplement? Not a chance. The WBC...
That's what the WBC have stated. Yeah, that's why the Dalton Smith fight's still going ahead January 10th in New York.
Right. There's not one professional doctor within the WBC corporation. They don't employ them. The Suleiman family run their business from their mansion, right, in Mexico.
Tax dollars.
They don't have a team of people. It's just Suleiman and 8 of his friends they call the WBC commission that he runs anyway, wherever he says goes. So he's a complete idiot, is Maurizio Suleiman. The whole family. And the fact that boxing has these private run entities and that we regard them as governing bodies is an absolute joke. And the fact that the WBC clear boxers on their own back because we clear him because it's within the 0.1 nanogram threshold for ostarine. There's no such thing as an investigation by them. They just clear him.
Yeah, it's not right, mate. It's not right. It's not right at all. It's really not. Like Hawkins said,
4
year suspension for any drug cheat. I think it should be a
any
lifetime ban myself.
Any drug cheat, lifetime ban straight away.
I think life, I think the sport would
clean up. The sport would clean up within 1 year.
Yeah, absolutely agree, mate. Absolutely agree. Well, we went a bit off topic there, of course, because of what happened with that original fight. But let's get back to the Lara Gonzalez fight. I'm going Lara TKO round 9. What's your prediction for it, Neutral? I think pretty obvious you're going to go Lara. What round are you picking, bro?
Hello?
Hey, mate. Sorry, you just cut out there, pal. I was just saying.
Oh, yeah.
It's obvious we're going to both go Lara. I've got Lara TKO round 9. What round are you picking for Lara?
Round 6.
Round 6, yeah. Perfect. Okay, then let's move on then. We're going to go down to Queensland, Australia for Jai Opetaia against Huseyin Cinkara. Both undefeated. IBF Cruiserweight title fight. This is going to be happening on Sunday morning, I believe, to us in the UK. Saturday night in Australia. So we've got Jai Opetaia 28-0-0 against the 23-0-0 Turkish-based German Huseyin Cinkara. Is it really a close fight? Because if you look at Cinkara's record, he's not fought anybody of any note. I'm not saying Jai Opetaia's beat the world, but we know the talent that he is. I can only see one outcome here. I'm going Jai Opetaia, absolute starch-out knockout. And I'm going to round 5. What are you saying on this fight, Neutral? Are you paying for it first and foremost? And are you happy with the opponent?
No, I'm not paying for it. The opponent a mandatory's a mandatory. There's not a lot he can do about that. Such as the pitfalls of the IBF. No one likes the IBF, and that's why he's finding it hard to get a unification. So until the unification happens, where the IBF don't have control over the rotation of that fight, he's going to be stuck with this belt and these type of fights. However, we've got the fight. Cinkara's 40 years of age. And yeah, he's got a half decent record on paper, but he's only fought Eastern Europeans and all the rest of it. And he's going to be knocked out in 4 rounds.
4 rounds, fair play, mate. Yeah, I said 5, you said 4, so we're pretty much in sync there, almost. Opetaia should have been fighting Zerdo, let's be truthful, but Zerdo's took the fight with David Benavidez May 2nd. Strange decision, that, for Benavidez.
It's money. It's money.
Yeah, it's all about the paper, mate. They should
It's
have been fighting Jai,
money.
but they're obviously both scared of him, so there's nothing left to say on that, really, is there? Obviously,
Absolutely.
Benavidez not scared of him, but he ain't going to fight him even if he wins Zerdo, so...
No, he's petrified of him. Zerdo's
I mean?
petrified of Bevel. Benavidez is petrified of Patabev and Bevel. That's why he's run to cruiserweight. That's why he's run to... And the thing is, though, that's going to be such a bad move for him. Because if he moves to cruiserweight, there's no danger he'll ever get his stripped £25 down to £175 again. Not after he struggled with this one, with Anthony Yard.
I was having the same argument with someone in the group chat earlier. On the channel chat. Someone was saying, he'll come back down and he'll beat Big
Not a
chance.
chance.
I was like, mate, come on. He's not going to come back down from the biggest chump in boxing of £25 and then be strong again. He's going to feel weak. He's going to feel drained. He'd get hurt if he did. He'll stay up there at 200.
Yeah. No, do you know what? It's not just that. He has to drain himself down to £170 just to put £5 back on, just to feel better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And get yourself back into it's a weigh-in weight, and then you can rehydrate from there. So, it's a £30 strip, not just a £25. It's actually a £30 strip. And then you've got to put nutrients back in, to make you feel better. So a lot of these boxers, they strip down, they boil down to the exact weigh-in weight. And then they got nothing left. They got no electrolytes in the systems. They got no, very little water. They're dehydrated, no nutrients. At least when you boil down to £5 less, you get all your nutrients back. You get all your metals back, your zinc, your whatever, your magnesium and all the rest of it through your nutrients that you would ordinarily take, your supplements, to get back in and up. But they use the supplements, which they're not supposed to use, for rehydration, hence putting on all this weight.
Fair play.
Cheating.
We've just got a comment coming from Dave, forward D6E. He's just said, nobody's scared of Opetaia. Watch if Benavidez beats Zerdo, he will go for Opetaia if the vote is still unavailable.
You keep believing that, my son. You keep believing that.
It's a tough one, mate. It's a tough one. Opetaia is avoided, mate. He is very avoided. He's a very dangerous man. He doesn't play. He doesn't play.
Yeah, that's
but you
why
never know. You never know. I do think Benavidez will beat Zerdo, though.
There.
I think Benavidez beats Zerdo.
No, I don't.
I've never rated Zerdo, mate. I've never rated him. I don't think he's that good.
Don't you?
I really don't. But we'll see. We'll see. That's for another day anyway. Let's get to the Monte Carlo card. Let's get to Shabaz Masoud against Peter McGrail. So we've got the EBU European Super Bantamweight title on the line. What are you thinking of this one? We've got a 14-0, 4 knockout Shabaz Masoud against Peter McGrail, who's only lost the 1 fight. That was a while ago. He's beat Ionet Baluta, who's been on the crest of a wave himself lately in his last fight. How do you see this one going, bro? Will it just be a Masoud absolute, keep him on the jab, dominant performance? What's your thoughts?
I don't know, because McGrail's a southpaw, and you're not going to use a dominating orthodox jab against a southpaw. He's going to be jabbing back here. So, no, this fight is going to be one of them fights that gets decided on the inside. McGrail is a great body worker. He loves fighting on the inside. Masoud likes to fight on the outside and then come in, following up after combinations. McGrail, there'll be times when he's susceptible. I get that, but it's about dog here. for me. Can Masoud match the dog of Peter McGrail from Liverpool? Yet to be seen. McGrail's only lost to the best, so at this juncture. So I'm not convinced that Masoud can do this. So in my prediction, I have gone for a Peter McGrail. Where is it? So I want to get the right prediction. So
I think
it's
you went
not.
for a UD McGrail, I think.
I think
If I
I
remember
did.
correctly.
There it is. Split this majority decision for
Oh,
McGrail.
majority McGrail.
I think Masoud will get a judge will give it a draw, but I think McGrail, the telling shots will come from him. Masoud, I just don't think he's got that dog that can match McGrail.
Yeah, fair play, mate, fair play. I'm going for Shabaz Masoud by UD. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he's
I
very
get it.
sharp. The Birmingham lad, he's very sharp, man. He's very sharp. He's beat Liam Davis last time. He beat 17-0 Jack Bateson.
Yeah.
He's impressive when he's on point. It just depends what Shabaz Masoud turns up. Because I've seen him in other fights earlier on in his career where he looks very lethargic, very uninterested. And there's been times where he doesn't look that good. So I do worry about him if he doesn't turn up like fully inspired and fully ready to go to war. Because
Yeah.
McGrail will, like you said, especially being a southpaw, will test him to the hilt. So we're
Yeah.
going to find out on Saturday. We're going to be doing the watch along of that one, Mr. Neutral, of course, here on Red Corner Boxing, aren't we? Because that's the
We
main event
certainly
of the
are.
evening. Perfect, mate, perfect. So let's leave that one there then. Let's move on to Beatriz the Beast Ferreira against Elif Nur Turhan. Now, this is a cracking female fight for the IBF lightweight world title. We've got 8-0 Beatriz Ferreira. We've got 11-0 with 7 knockouts. Elif Nur Turhan from Turkey. This is a real fight. This should have been a headline on another card, in my opinion. I think if this was in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, this would be a mega card, an absolute mega card. But they've put it on here for some reason. I think it should have had its own card. But nevertheless, who you got and how? I know you love the Beast. You've interviewed her when we was back at Boxing Media Hub. You interviewed her, didn't you? Elif Nur Turhan, we know Hawkan's friends with her and Arif, which is her father, I believe, or her brother, who's her manager. So we've got some people who love Elif. I like both very, very much. They're both very good boxers. Elif's got more of a pop, but I think the Beast has got more of a dog in her. It's a real tough one to call, and it really hurt me to pick a winner in this one. This was the toughest fight on the prediction league that you created, Neutral. Honestly, mate, it took me an hour to pick that one. It took me 10 minutes to do the rest. You know what I mean? I've done 14 in about 10 minutes, but the one fight I took an hour because I kept going back and forth. Can Turhan catch her? Can she catch Beatrice coming in sharp? Can she knock her out? Is Beatrice as tough as she comes across? You know, I was torn, mate. I was torn. What do you think? How do you see it going? Can the Beast do it again?
I think you've described it absolutely spot on. You know, it's dog versus power. I've got to go with Elif. I've interviewed Beatrice, as you quite rightly said, and that was by accident. I just happened to sit next to her at the press conference. She'd just been on stage. I was already, in the media section, and
Nicky
then she
Ball
come.
show, weren't it, in Liverpool?
That's right, and she come and sat down next to me, and then I just thought I'd grab a chance to fancy an interview. Yeah, an interview there, right there and then. Lovely girl, but I had to use a translator. But the thing is, she went back to the Olympics straight after that fight, which was around the time when everybody was saying, "Oh, why aren't you fighting Caroline Dubois and all the rest of it?"
Yeah, Terry Harper, Stephanie Hahn.
Exactly. She took that break to go back to Olympics and then come back. And it's sort of not happened for her yet, but she's got this fight with Elif Turhan. Now, you're quite right. This is a massive fight. This is a fight that could have been sort of decided for belts for undisputed in this division. But, if Caroline Dubois and others there, I would now see this as a qualifier. But I've got to go with Elif. I've got to go with the power. Any woman that's got 7 knockouts from 11 fights, that's serious business. And she's bowling them over like bowling pins. So I think the dog will get out-dogged in this one by the raw power of the Turk. Elif Turhan. She's very handy. And if she beats Beatrice, then we got a big fight waiting for Caroline Dubois.
Thank you, Giorgio, Northside. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate you
Thank you.
tuning in.
You appreciate yourself.
Absolutely, yeah. Elif Nur Turhan, she's knocked out 2 unbeaten fighters in Riyad Ahmadi and Shauna Brown in the last 2 fights. One was, I think, 11-0, one was 5-0, and she knocked them both spark out. So she really is on the crest of a wave. She really is one of them danger women in the female game, Elif Nur Turhan. And it took every fibre of my being not to go for her by knockout. But I just think there's something about the beast. There's something about her that just will not let her get knocked out, especially not over 10 2-minute rounds. If this was 12 threes, might be talking a little bit different, you know what I mean? But over 10 twos, I think she'll be smart enough to dictate the pace, and I think she'll fiddle her way to a win. It might not be pretty, it might not be the best to watch, but I think she'll get the job done. And I think Beatriz Ferreira remains unbeaten and moves to 9-0 by unanimous decision.
I've got Sahan UD.
You gone for the UD? Oh, fair play, brother. I thought you were going to say knockout round 4 or something then.
No.
I like it. Hawkins just said Caroline Dubois was ordered to fight Beatriz Ferreira for the IBF, but Boxer pulled her out. Pulled out of the purse bids.
She was fuming. That's right. Remember, she's very, very angry about that. She didn't
Neutral
know.
Junior's joined us. Big up Neutral Junior. We know who that is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, mate.
Well, Junior, get in.
Baby Neutral. We'll call him Baby Neutral. Thank you, Baby Neutral. Right, let's move on then, mate. We've got 2 more fights to cover. We'll do these ones real quick so we don't keep you too long, because I know you got your family there and that. Let's go to Johnny Fisher against Ivan Balaz. And I know you've got a strong prediction on this one, Neutral.
Yeah.
I'll give mine first, because mine's only going to take a second. I think the Bosch going to come back. He's going to go looking for the knockout. I think he's going to get it. I've gone for round 2. But I know you've got a very different scenario on this, so let me know your thoughts, brother.
Okay, bish, bash, bosh. You know, the Bosch man gets absolutely knocked clean out by Dave Allen. And Bosch bingo, as Hawkins quite rightly says, it is a bingo match when it comes to Johnny Fisher. It's be knocked out or knock out, such as, you know, the power stakes with this man. However, there's a line through Richard Torres here with Patrick Balaz, and that's a guy called Salek.
Yeah, Thomas Salek.
Yeah, and
Torres took him in the first round a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Balaz knocked him out in the 3rd round, same round as Torres. So, round 1, same round as Torres. So,
yeah.
You know, I think that's a higher level than Johnny Fisher. And I've watched Balaz fight in his last fight. He's got faster hands than Johnny Fisher. And he's got like these left hands that come from round the side, bit like George Foreman, bit of a George Foreman hook. Or Enzo Maccarinelli. Do you remember his left hooks?
Big praise from both of them. Big
See,
praise.
that's what I mean. He's got that type of left hook, and then connects on Johnny. It's 9-8. This guy's got 5 knockouts from 7 fights. Johnny Fisher is getting knocked out in round 5.
Wow, that's a big call, bro. That's a big call. The only thing I'm worried about the Czech-based Slovakian is that his opponents, other than Thomas Selleck, have been very thin. You know, he's not fought outside of Czech Republic or Slovakia.
Since his last one, mate, he was like 300 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. And he's got fast hands for a big boy as well.
His opponent was about 300 pounds.
Oh, his opponent was 300 pounds.
Who was
his last opponent? Weren't Selleck last time, was it? It was another guy.
No, it's...
Oh, what's his name? His name's left me. Don't worry about it. It's irrelevant to the story anyway. It's irrelevant, brother. But yeah, he is good, Balaz. He is good. It's just how will he fare coming outside his comfort zone. He's only ever fought in the country he lives in and the country he was born in. He's never fought outside.
Look, if you look at Johnny Fisher's resume, it's just as bad as anybody else who's a journeyman heavyweight. He's knocked out nobody. And absolutely nobody. And he got absolutely cream pied by Dave Allen, and he got cream pied by Hugovic.
7 or 8 people.
So
I agree with you, mate, on that. But I just think the Bosch train will continue. I don't think they'd have took the fight if they thought there was any reason they'd lose. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's got to come into the equation as well.
He's a late replacement. They got no choice.
I think they could have found someone easier. Hawkins says Balaz is a low-level opponent. Yeah.
I know that, but so's Johnny low level.
He is,
He's not
yeah.
even-
Johnny's only, he's not even English level yet, really.
He's not
let's
even
be
area
truthful.
champion, is he?
That's about where he's at. I'd say probably area level. That's probably where he's
Yeah.
at, you know what I mean?
I think Balaz is on the same level, if not better.
I'd say, yeah. They're similar levels. I think Johnny Fisher's going to show that he's a level above, though. But we'll see, matey, on Saturday night.
You
We're
hope
going to be
so.
covering that one, of course, as well, mate, on Neutral, me and you, on Red Corner Boxing. That'll be another
Yeah.
one we'll be covering. And let's just go to the last fight, nice and quick there. We've got Conor the Wolf Walker against Pat McCormack, the unbeaten 8-0 Northerner. What you thinking on this one, mate? Conor Walker, the Wolf, is tough as they come, but Pat McCormack, 8-0, 6 stoppages. He looks a bit of a banger. How do you see it going, and how quickly? What do you reckon?
Pat McCormack, wide, UD, doesn't lose a round.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. Sorry, my dog's just kicking off. Sit down, Tyson. Yeah, I agree, mate. I'm with you. Pat McCormack, UD, nice and easy. But Conor Walker, though, is tough. He'll have a couple of little moments in the fight, but I think this might be a level too high for him. I think we're going to see Pat McCormack really shine here.
Yeah, it'd be tough to get out of there, Walker, but I think McCormack would be happy with the YGT.
Absolutely, mate. Well, that puts us on the 31 minutes. So let's wrap it up there, Mr. Neutral. Thank you as always, mate. My co-founder here on Red Corner Boxing. We love this.
Pleasure.
We do it every Friday now. We're going to keep doing it for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. Share it about. You know what I mean? It don't cost you nothing. It helps us out. We do this for free. God bless everyone. Have a great weekend. And just before we go, we're proudly sponsored by EasyStories.com, your place to go for your storage needs. And, of course, Boxing Fight Zone. Check them out at BoxingFightZone.com. Any last words, Mr. Neutral, before we let Ray Trilogy see us out?
Protect yourself at all times. See you later.
Stay blessed.
I'm moving. I'm going. I can't stop. I got motion. I'm moving. I'm going. Can't lose focus. I got motion. I'm moving. I'm going.
Red Corner Boxing.